morning, everyone. Welcome to Moving the Chains here on Team NBS Media. Thank you for spending your Sunday morning with us. We're going to break down the Week 10 games, which have already started. As you've seen, we've got the Colts in Berlin with, I'm having a blank, Atlanta. So I feel like obviously we knew that game was going to be exciting and fun. If you got up early in the East Coast, you're lucky because I sure didn't. Today, I'm here with Joe and, of course, Greg. Welcome, Greg. How are you?
I'm doing well.
How have the games been so far this morning? You both were up before me.
The Colts are going to win this one. I mean, that's the bottom line.
Love that. I love that. I like how both of you have the same reaction.
I mean, Atlanta's putting up a good fight. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be a Colts blowout, so I'm glad we have a good game.
The Falcons defense is going to stand up. They do stand up. It's just that if Bijan Robinson isn't the main focal point of the Falcons offense, they're history. They're done. Because Michael Penix is a good young quarterback, but he doesn't have the capability to go out and just get receivers open and all that fun sort of stuff. So and this Colts defense is now that much tougher with Sauce Gardner.
Yeah, he looks good. He was at a pick earlier already.
I was going to say, how's it looking?
Yeah, he almost had an interception early. He's fitting in just fine.
Yeah.
I love when players go to better teams because they are their better selves. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's got to be rejuvenated for sure.
All right, let's start this week off with what has not happened. We're going to kick it off with the Ravens and the Vikings. I don't know about y'all, but JJ McCarthy impressed everybody. Joe was this close to picking them last week. Really this close. And he decided not to pick Detroit because of what Detroit holds on to, which is their running game and their offense and just the entire team. But that's really not what we saw against this Vikings team. JJ came out, flashed tons of signs of I am that guy, I'm the leader, don't doubt me. And we've got Lamar back. So I feel like this is a fun matchup just to see how are the Ravens going to do defensively, how the Vikings are going to double down on what they did last week. So just to go a little bit in the past, I want to ask Joe, obviously, what did you see from JJ that you liked, that you think could, be replicated today?
I liked his command of the offense. I think that he used his time off wisely. I mean, besides rehabbing, look, he was actually watching game film, kind of figuring out, okay, I can be better at this. I need to adjust at that. And I think that we talked about this at the beginning of the year. Every game he plays is a learning experience, chance for him to get better. And I think he took that to his advantage. And when you're playing against a team that's one of the more dominant teams, not just in your division, but in the league, in the Detroit Lions, big statement made to his teammates, to himself. So I think you just take this game and build off of it for sure if you're him. I was impressed.
I mean, I think it was definitely not what we expected against a Detroit team at home, hasn't lost at home since last September. And just all the things were in their favor. What about you, Greg? What do you think the Vikings did well that they could replicate today?
JJ McCarthy was able to find his receivers when he needed them. He wasn't waiting to make a decision. He attacked. And that's what you have to do in the NFL is you have to attack the defense. And that's what he did. Bottom line. He's now still unbeaten in the state of Michigan. So there you go.
I was like, how long do we have to, how many seconds is it till Greg?
I mean, what a great state.
Well, yeah, okay. Well, but all right, yeah.
It's like one thing to the other. Okay, obviously we've seen the Ravens are nothing without Lamar Jackson. There was just no chemistry, no consistency. It just wasn't doing well, even on the defensive side, which is where Lamar is nowhere near the ball. So to get him back, of course, you beat the Dolphins in a way that the Dolphins are expecting since they're one of the lesser teams. What does the Ravens defense need to do to not be taken over as Detroit was last week? I feel like that's the conversation we've always seen with Baltimore is their defense. So let's start with Greg.
Well, Kyle Hamilton has to have a big game in the secondary. Roquan Smith has to be a very solid linebacker, and the rest of the defensive front has to go after JJ McCarthy. And that's the bottom line of all this. If you get McCarthy off his spots, make him make decisions that he doesn't want to make, you're going to cause turnovers. And when Lamar Jackson gets a short field, that's danger.
Simple as that. What about you, Joe? Follow up.
I kind of feel like the Ravens, we talked about this last week. Every game from here on out is do or die. You literally can't lose another game the rest of the season. So Vikings riding high off that victory against their division rivals. You got to squash that. The defense now getting healthier needs to attack JJ and make him uncomfortable because remember, again, he's still a quote unquote, at least when it comes to actual NFL games, he's still a rookie. So you got to make him feel uncomfortable, shut down that Vikings running game to put all the pressure on JJ to make those throws and not make mistakes and hope he does make the mistakes. I think the Ravens' big thing was Lamar Jackson, like you said, they were nothing without him, and also getting that defense healthy. So now that you're getting players back on the defensive side for Baltimore, they're one of the highest paid defenses in the league. Show people why by making some plays. If you allow the Vikings to get a running game and then open up the pass, it could be a long day for you guys. And unlike Minnesota, who probably could stand maybe to lose another game or two and still be able to squeak into a wild card, every single game from here on out for the Baltimore Ravens is a do or die situation. It's another wild card game for Baltimore, in my opinion.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that because if they lose, I mean, they're in one of the most difficult divisions out there, and it's just like every single game is a must-win game. I'm curious to hear how you think Derrick Henry is going to shine because it was difficult for Detroit to feel that the running game could save them. And of course, when you have Lamar and Derrick Henry, you're expecting one or two of these running players to figure it out and get you the extra yardage. So, Greg, you nodded your head. So please take it away.
The Vikings cannot go into their big box and just try to stop Derrick Henry and Lamar from running. They need to cover those receivers because Mark Andrew and all the rest of the receivers for the Ravens, if they get one-on-one coverage, they're going to hurt you because Lamar is finding everybody wide open, and that's a dangerous sign. I mean, he leads the league in touchdown passing with his QBRs. He's missed all his time, but he leads the league in the QBR rating for his touchdown passing. That's scary. So the Vikings, they can't just load up that box and try to stop just the running game. They've got some work to do.
All right. What about you, Joe? What are your thoughts?
I just think that Derrick Henry has seemed to got over the fumbles he had earlier in the season. And he's a guy that's proven himself year after year as being one of the better running backs in the NFL, especially that whole after running backs turn 30, they wear down and lose their effectiveness. He's kind of squashed that rumor. And I think he just needs to continue being a steady running back, man. Make some big plays, take the pressure off of Lamar Jackson because we all know the running game sets up the pass. You start getting play action passes and getting those safeties to come down. You can hit balls over the top. So I think for the Baltimore Ravens, you definitely got to start that offense out with a heavy dose of Derrick Henry, kind of beat the Vikings defense into submission and see what happens. He's always going to be a key to the Ravens offense because he also opens up things for Lamar Jackson in the running game.
Which has been a nightmare for me for my fantasy team not having Jackson and Derrick Henry sucking this year. It just, are you kidding me? It's like, oh no, it was horrifying for me, but okay.
Mark Andrews, baby. Fantasy, saving my fantasy life this year.
The double down on the Lamar Derrick Henry must have been tough.
Yeah, it is tough. Oof.
It was terrible for me. It was terrible. But
all right. Well, I think this is going to be a good test for the Vikings, but a must-win for the Ravens. Obviously, we've all agreed on that. All right, let's roll into what's happening in my state. We've got the Rams coming to Levi Stadium. It's a beautiful day, if you can't tell. It's beautiful at my house. It's beautiful in Levi's. And I feel like that's just the best way to play on a nice, crispy November day. And last time these two faced off, the Niners figured out a win. They've continued to figure out to win through all their injuries. So many players, like, I just don't understand how every week the Niners are losing a guy and they're still winning. They're still winning. So let's just talk about overcoming adversity, an inspirational moment. Joe, what do you think this is what is the 49ers doing well?
They're doing a great job of coaching up their players. I mean, look at the depth. They lose people and next man up. I mean, they are the definition of two things, next man up and good coaching. It's one thing to have a backup linebacker or, hey, this is our backup defensive end, but are they any good? Can they make plays when their number is called? And San Francisco 49ers have proven both those things, that yes, They have really good depth and they have really good coaching. Kyle Shanahan, one of my candidates for Coach of the Year. I think that the 49ers are just showing you that it's important to have a good scouting department, to know what you're looking for in a certain type of player that fits your system. And of course, with anything else in football and sports in general, you need a little bit of luck as well. But I've been really impressed with what the 49ers have been able to do with all these guys banged up, coming out and out of the lineups. And then Christian McCaffrey, a guy that people were making whispers about being washed and injury prone, having a hell of a season and carrying that offense while those backup players make a key play here or there. So, I mean, one of the most impressive teams so far this season to me is the 49ers, because nobody would have given them any kind of grief if they just folded up shop and said, hey, we're packing the season and thinking about next year.
I'm curious, did you guys think the Niners should have made any trades for the players that were missing before the trade deadline?
No.
Yeah, I would say no, because their depth proved they have good enough players on their roster. If they didn't have depth, I would have said defensive line, maybe linebacker.
Of course, on the radio, they talk about every single conversation that could happen. So here they were talking a lot about the lack of movement and just how that proves that they're not going for it. And so, of course, when the Super Bowl is here in the Bay, you're expecting the home team to be, quote unquote, going for it. I don't think that puts them at a disadvantage. Like Joe has said, they're literally still figuring out how to win games. Obviously, this matchup is going to be very different. I predicted the Rams to be a Super Bowl team, so we can't see these two in Levi Stadium in February. So what about the Rams? Let's hear about I guess I'll go first since I picked they were going to be a Super Bowl team. I feel like right now this offense is finally getting healthy. They're getting their players back. And Matthew Stafford is literally lights out. Last week we saw him of course it was New Orleans, but you're having 4 touchdown passes, like game in and game out. Matthew Stafford's like leading the team. Kyren Williams, Puka Nacua is getting healthy. Like there's just so many strong players that have developed since they got their starting looks and like taken this team to the next level. And I'm curious to see how that 49ers team goes against it. I mean, the Raiders and the Broncos, like I was straight up like, the Raiders are going to wash this, but the defense stepped up, which is what you always see against division rivals. And I feel like that's exactly what we'll see for the 49ers defense. So rolling into that for you guys, Greg, what is something that the 49ers defense has continuously done well throughout their injuries?
They just play their scheme. They play their scheme that defensive coordinator calls. They are always in position. Oh God, it's unlike the Cowboys. I'm sorry. But the Raiders, the 49ers guys are always in the right place. Now this week, they're going to have a much harder time because Nacua, Adams, Kyren Williams, and they don't have Fred Warner. Without Fred Warner, who was there that first game, this defense is going to be challenged big time. It's going to be an interesting match.
What about you, Joe?
Yeah, this is going to be a true test of everything I just said about the 49ers depth and how they have the right guys. We're going to find out if that's true what I just said or not today, because the Rams offense is potent. I mean, you got Williams in the backfield, Matthew Stafford, the MVP candidate no one's talking about, in my opinion, or at least not enough. Devontae Adams, rejuvenated, having a ball out there. I mean, he's like a kid in a candy store. Puka Nacua is definitely one of the more elite receivers in the league. So I think this is a true test for Robert Saleh, his system, and getting his guys ready to play. But you would hope, because it's a rivalry game, most of the times those games end up being close. I mean, I can count on one hand how many blowout rivalry games we've had in the last couple of years. They usually end up being those 21-17, 24-21 games. But I think for the 49ers defense, more so than the Rams defense, they really have to step up, play well, and not allow this explosive Rams offense to be running all over the field free.
And this week is the Rams defense's turn to shut down McCaffrey, to go after Mac Jones, keep him in trouble.
And he's
Mac Jones has been great.
Yeah.
But if you get a quarterback in trouble, like I've said before, you get them off their spots, that's what you need, because then you cause a turnover. And you cause that turnover, Matthew Stafford in that short field again, you're in deep trouble if you're the 49ers.
He's deadly.
Yep.
What player has really stood out to you guys on the Rams?
I mean, I'm going to say Stafford because remember, before the season started, he had a back injury. People were already jumping out the window. The season's over. Stafford's going to be one hit away. I've seen the guy just ball out, man. I don't see any ill effects of this back injury. Just knock on wood if you're a Rams fan that he stays healthy the rest of the season. I just think that he's so locked in, man. Sometimes I feel like he's like Neo in the Matrix. He already knows where the ball needs to go before the ball is passed. And I think he's having a great season. So for me, I fell for the rumors of the back injury. I thought it was going to be a slide here or a weird landing after a run out of bounds and then tweak the back. And he could be out for a couple of games and nothing could be further from the truth. So for me, he's been the most impressive player on the Rams.
Okay, that whole back injury thing that Stafford had, that was just the preseason BS noise that you heard from the media. That's all it was. Matthew Stafford was just fine. He just wasn't going to be out there practicing and all that. He's 37 years old now. He doesn't need the time to be out in the field and all that good sort of stuff. That was all just BS. That's all that was. The other player for the Rams that I personally love is Jared Verse, defensive end. McCaffrey does not want to run towards Jared Verse because Verse stops the edge. He knows how to set that edge masterfully. So that means McCaffrey's got to try to run the other side of the field from where Verse is. The linebackers, the safeties of the Rams will come up and they will challenge Mr. McCaffrey.
Yeah, I definitely see this as a more difficult game for CMC, who's the only offensive weapon the 49ers really have. Greg, who's really impressed you on the Rams?
On the Rams?
Yeah.
Oh, Puka Nacua. I mean, the guy's he's just phenomenal. I mean, he leads the league in first down receptions. The guy just always finds a way to get himself open. And when you get open the way that he does, you're just a nightmare to try and deal with. And then you got Devontae Adams, who understands again how to get himself open. And Higbee is a guy who doesn't get talked about much as being a tight end.
Yeah,
he's also, he's been solid as well. Oh, and then there's Kyron Williams, who went to Notre Dame.
Oh,
so,
God.
Yeah, see. Listen, I put up with your stuff about that state that you like, but again, that's the bottom line of all this. The Rams do have the weapons.
Yeah, no, that they do. It's shame on me for not checking the injury report before we clicked live. Is Jennings at least playing for the 49ers today, or is he out as well?
Looks like there's nothing listed right now.
They got another weapon at least. He's a weapon.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick, obviously, Devontae Adams because he got to be rejuvenated in a better team, in a far better offense. He's obviously being utilized because he still is one of the top wide receivers. And I'm happy to see him happy, That's all I care about. It was sad to see him go, but there's no reason to stay in the black and silver if you have the potential that Devontae Adams has. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back, hit our last game, and the rapid fire picks. So don't go anywhere.
The time is almost here. Our picks for the week coming next on Moving the Chains, the only way to start your football Sunday.
In 2006, we founded Yeti Coolers with a simple mission: build the cooler we use every day if it existed. One that was built for the serious outdoor enthusiasts rather than for mass discount retailers. One that could take the abuse we knew we'd put it through, out in the field and on the water. One that simply wouldn't break. We decided early on that production innovation would come from necessity and first-hand experience, not from market research and data analysis. Today, Yeti products perform when it matters most. Whether that be an excursion into the remote Alaskan wilderness, chasing redfish on the Gold Coast, or just getting together with friends in the backyard, we make gear that helps you stay out longer, travel farther, and live harder.
You are watching Team NBS Media. We are a digital media brand covering sports, entertainment, and lifestyle, with team members all across the country. Through our written content, podcasts, and video content, we bring you fresh and professional content. Interested in joining the team? Shoot us an email or DM. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for our quick break. My allergies are insane, so I have like a stack of tissues. I've been blowing my nose. I was like, I need this break. All right, we talked about two exciting games, 49ers and Ravens and Rams and Vikings. Now we're going to hit our final game, which was to be expected. We saw the Packers completely flop, so we have to talk about it. And that's where I'm going to lead my first question, Greg. What did you think of that Packers-Panthers loss?
I'll tell you, I read a whole bunch of articles all of a sudden that have been saying the same thing that I've said about number 11, who now wears number 1 for the Packers. The guy doesn't understand how to stop the running game. Hello, he doesn't. Bottom line. But the Packers as a whole last week absolutely sucked against the Panthers, and they deserve the big loss. That was a big loss for them because this Eagles team, Howie Roseman doesn't wait. He gets Carter from the Jets. He gets the other defensive guys that he's got because he had those 4,500 now missed snaps, and he understood his defense wasn't going to be good enough. Guess what? He went out and got defense. That's a danger. That's a danger sign. I want to know how this game is in Green Bay this year, though, because the Eagles, this is Veterans Day coming up on Tuesday, but Monday is the 250th birthday of my Marine Corps, and they were founded in Philadelphia. Why aren't the Eagles at home is beyond me, but okay, that's fine and dandy. But this Eagles team is going to attack the Packers, and Jordan Love, you have better be on your game. You had best be ready to roll. If you're not ready, Eagles are going to stomp all over these Packers.
Yeah, I think along with Cooper DeJean, they added Jair Alexander, but he's injured right now, so that's where you were going with that. What about you, Joe? What do you think the Packers really struggled with against this Panthers team?
I mean, we're going into week 10, and at least for me, I have no idea who the hell Jordan Love is as a quarterback. 1 minute, it's a 90-yard bomb on a rope. The next minute, it's a screen pass right to a linebacker. How do you not see the linebacker? I think if I'm a Packers fan, I'm worried. I don't know what's going on. This was a team the first 2 or 3 weeks of the season. Oh, the youngest team in the league. The defense flies all over the place. They make plays. I feel like after that tie with Dallas, nobody except hardcore Packer fans are talking about the Packers defense. Yes, Micah Parsons is getting his sack numbers and he's making a play here or there, but the defense was supposed to be like this juggernaut. What happened? And the biggest thing is Jordan Love. He's just super, super inconsistent. I think that a strong game against the Eagles would go a long way and calming down some fears of Packer fans, coaches, and himself. Just wildly inconsistent. I mean, there's no reason to lose to the Browns. There's no reason to lose to the Panthers. Shout out to the Panthers who are having a heck of a season, fighting every week. But if you're a Packers team, a team people are talking about going to the Super Bowl, who do we have and what do we have at quarterback is my question. And what happened to the young, fun defense?
Young, fun defense. I love that because we didn't see any of that. Like Greg said, Rico Dowdle completely took over. And I feel like that is just what's the problem. We have who on the other side of the ball here? Saquon Barkley. So You're really worried about how that is replicated on Monday night. Go ahead.
Off a bye week.
Off the bye. That's the scary part. Is Andy Reid's coming off of not Andy Reid. Nick Sirianni is coming off his bye week, and Nick Sirianni off his bye week has been very good as well, just like Andy Reid basically is.
Whatever.
Yeah. Well, no. This goes back to his days in Philadelphia. That's why I mentioned it.
No, I got you. It's okay.
I'm laughing at how Ashmere got sick when you mentioned the Chiefs coach. That's why I was laughing at.
Yeah, I know. The allergy just.
I'm like, I need to squeeze it out. Yeah. All right. Well, like you guys have already alluded to, Eagles coming off a bye, playing. I think they're obviously the most well-composed team, made all those trades before the deadline. Everybody's healthy. They've got to they started the season, it was a little weird. Saquon obviously had a little bit of an injury. Eagles were just a little chaotic. They're fighting with AJ Brown. Jalen Hurts is not throwing the ball well. There's just like drama surfacing, of course. I feel like when you're one of the top teams, you're going to be the most criticized. And so against a Packers team that is still figuring it out, as Joe said, I think the Eagles' offense is going to be lights out. And we've seen this secondary just completely take over in games that matter. And I feel like to lose back-to-back games in Green Bay, like that's not a place I want to be. Like, I do not want to be in that position.
Crazy, man.
Well, like I said the last time I was on, the Eagles' offense had everything outside the line. Everything was to the outside. What happened that week? Devontae Smith got touchdown down the middle. When Jalen Hurts gets away from just an outside throw, he's a very good quarterback. And bingo, there you have the Eagles winning more games.
Yeah, I almost feel like it's a must-win for Green Bay. Because like Ashmere said, you lose 2 in a row at home, dude, it's going to be a long – you might as well just do Instacart. Don't go out in public if you're a Packers player.
All right, so what are one of the flaws that you've seen for the Packers so far this season that you think is obviously going to affect them in the Eagles matchup? And I'll get it to Joe first.
I'll say the offensive line. I know they're going through some injuries there, and now they lost their star tight end for the season. I think just giving Jordan Love time. I think that a lot of times holds on to the ball too long. Maybe a play here or there, he's rushing with his throws, but I think he's rushing with the throws because of the protection. So I think if you give him more time, maybe he's less likely to try to be a Brett Favre gunslinger, and he makes the smart play instead of just trying to make every play a 90-yard bomb and win the game in one play, which you can't do.
All right, Greg, what about you? Through 10 weeks, what do you think is one of the Packers' flaws?
It's number one. He's out there. I don't care. I've said this from day one when that guy became a Dallas Cowboys player. He doesn't understand how to stop the running game. Saquon Barkley is going to run right at Micah. There's your answer. And Micah Parsons against the run, he sucks. There's your issue. That's it. This Packers team needs to have guys step up and play against Saquon that are not named Micah Parsons, and that means Devontae Smith is going to be open. Dallas Goedert's going to be open. Jalen Hurts doesn't have any spy on him either. Uh-oh. There's the game.
A lot of truth there. A lot of truth in that statement.
I think the flaw for me is the number one wide receiver. Like, we really don't know who the Packers rely on game in and game out. It fluctuates so heavily. And of course you don't want to have that one player.
They did have Tucker Kraft as their number one receiver.
Sure.
He's now gone. So
yeah.
Now, because Watson's not in the lineup and the other Reed is still not there. Romeo Doubs is a great number 3 receiver. He's not a number 1. Well, there's your story.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm with you. That's why I think that's like their flaw. Is like, you've got Josh Jacobs, great. Your running game feels good, but when it comes to the passing game, your Tucker Kraft losing him in the season injury, yeah, it definitely affects like what you expect the Packers to be. But also, I mean, it was not that pretty against the Panthers. It still was like Tucker Kraft or bust, and I feel like that can't be the case at all times. You don't see Patrick Mahomes was throwing to Jim John and everybody else, right? There was the Travis Kelce saving, short 3 and outs, but I think 3 and shorts, but I feel like that was their kind of what Jordan Love was relying on. So this game is just it's just going to be a tough one, and I don't want to give it away, but I'm kind of giving it away what I think is going on. All right, let's roll into our rapid fire picks. And here is our results from last week. So we've just collected all the guests that are coming through. Last week, Randall did pretty well. So no pressure.
No pressure, Greg.
Well, the last time I was on, I had a great week.
I think you did.
I did.
Yes.
I don't remember.
Oh, I do. I remember wearing my jersey underneath my hoodie.
The wardrobe change. Yeah.
The wardrobe change. Yeah.
I do remember that.
Yeah, he was heavily prepared. All right.
That's right.
Yeah, hold on. You guys keep.
I got work.
Prepared. I wasn't prepared here.
It's gonna be an epic comeback for me.
I mean, you did last.
This is a lot worse. This is a lot worse than last year was for you.
Yeah, step one, get to 500, baby. Here we go.
Okay.
Step one at a time. Let's get to 500 first. We'll go from there. Let's string together some strong weeks. I'm about to have a Baltimore Ravens-like comeback on my picks.
There you are.
All right. Where is this?
I can't let Ashmere lap me. That's just sad.
I mean,
She's gonna drop me and find somebody else that's a little bit better at taking picks.
last year I lost to Jeff, so
I'll start being a guest. I'm full this week. You can take the week off. What's happening? Why is the password changed?
all right. Let's start with the Giants and the Bears. Ooh.
Yes, are always
Go ahead,
first.
guest.
Yeah.
Oh, I get to go first. Well, I'll take Caleb Williams and the Bears. Yeah.
Yeah, same. Especially after their epic comeback last week, which I still can't believe they won that game, and the Bengals didn't fire anybody or cut anybody. I'll go Bears.
Yeah, I'll go with the Bears too. I haven't been picking them, but I like what's happening. I feel like it's unfolding crazy, and we need a crazy team, so I like that.
Yeah, the culture change is real, I think, in Chicago.
Yeah, just like crazy wins.
Yeah.
All right, New England and Tampa Bay, which honestly I wish we talked about this game, but that was my bad.
Mr. Rector?
There's no Bucky Irving. There's no Godwin. There's no Evans.
Is Egbuka playing?
Yes. Oh, yes. Emeka Egbuka is playing. He's their number one receiver now. And Tez Johnson, Ashmere.
Go Ducks, baby.
Okay, see, I gotta mention him for you. Okay, there you go.
That's how you get a return guest visit right there.
Yeah.
Smooth the host.
I'm gonna take Tampa because their defense is just so tough.
Man, I can't even. I feel like every pick I make now is so critical. I can't even go crazy.
You can. Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna go Drake May and the Patriots. Let's go.
Hey, lone wolfing on that is not a bad pick.
He's been playing good ball. Let's go with the Pats.
All right, next we've got this is the boo-boo bowl of the week. The Saints versus the Panthers.
This should be an easy one, Greg.
This is the Panthers. I mean, this is no boo-boo. They're 5-4.
Okay,
The Saints are 1-8.
Maybe my first boo-boo bowl I called them out on, they made a change. Because I feel like ever since I called them in the boo-boo bowl, something changed in this offense, and they turned on Rico Dowdle.
Yeah, definitely going to go Carolina.
Perfect. All right, then we've got Jacksonville versus Houston.
No CJ Stroud.
Nope. Davis Mills, who I said would be a decent NFL quarterback, but he came out too early. I still got to take Jacksonville. There's just
After what you saw against the Raiders? Ugh, that was ugly.
I know, but they got Jacoby Myers.
Yeah, former Raider. He got the hell out of Vegas quick.
Yep.
And
Brian
he
Thomas Jr. is out for the Jags, so Jacoby Myers was an obvious pickup for them.
Yeah. No Brian Thomas this today too for the ankle. Yeah, I'm gonna go Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Okay, me too, but I don't like it. I don't know. That's tough. Okay, Buffalo versus Miami. Whoa, we already know where we're heading here.
Yeah, I tell you, everyone's picking the Bills.
Do I have to? Oh, okay. Yes, I do. I do.
Game will be
No,
over.
I have the Bills and the Rams going to the Super Bowl this year, Ashmere. So.
Ooh, I like that.
And of course, I have the Rams winning the Super Bowl.
I look at Bill Carroll.
I don't know why. All right, we're going to Buffalo unanimous.
Yeah.
There's a Bills logo.
I know, but it just plays me every time.
It's all good. We're going unanimous Buffalo.
All right, next up we've got Baltimore versus Minnesota. One of the games we've talked about.
Tough one right there, dude. I'm laughing at the comments in the chat. The host has a West Coast bias.
I do. You know me.
That's great. West Coast bias. The SEC version. What you got, Greg? Got awful quiet.
I'm gonna go with Lamar and Derrick Henry beating the Vikings.
Game is in Minnesota. Oh man.
But they're coming off of that big win outside of their stadium, and I just don't buy them being as solid this week as I did with last week's game. I'm
picking the Vikings. JJ McCarthy is that guy. I love seeing rookies go off. That's my pick. Joe, if you don't pick your same guy, you're going to be mad.
Yeah, I'll take my chances. I really want to go Baltimore, but I'm going to go Minnesota. I really wanted to go Baltimore because I think they're embracing this every week as wild card weekend for them.
Here's my lone wolf. All right, I got the Ravens.
All right, then we've got Cleveland versus the Jets. Sorry, this was the boo-boo bowl.
There's your answer.
And who's
the boo-boo bowl?
Justin Fields playing? I thought
yes,
I read where he was
he
injured.
Is playing.
Yeah, he's playing.
Well, I obviously have to pick my Oregon Duck once again, okay?
I'm going to go Cleveland. No, sorry. I'm going to go Jets.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm going to go Jets.
I'll take Cleveland, thank you. Because the Jets now have Mozzie Smith, and he can't do anything at all. He sucks, so...
Come on, Jets. Don't let me down. You probably even have a logo for them. Don't let me down, Jets.
Joe's out here lone wolfing on the New York Jets. All right.
I am. Cue the new wolf sound effect. I'm going to pick the New York Jets. Yes.
Crazy work. Crazy work.
It's like a family.
Joe, you're alone with your family. That's so sweet. All right.
Yes.
Then we've got the Cardinals versus Seattle. Is Kyler Murray losing his job? We are all wondering.
Yes.
Kyler Murray will not be a Cardinal next season.
He's done.
Yeah. It's too obvious. This is also an obvious pick for me. I'm picking Seattle.
Jets.
Yeah, it's Seattle.
Yeah, for sure.
Seattle.
Love your Jacoby Brissett, but no. I need to get to 500. The road to 500 starts with a Seahawk win.
All right. Rams and Niners.
Go ahead, Joe.
I'm going to go with the Rams, man. Matthew Stafford, the MVP candidate no one's talking about. Rams house. Shout out to George Lopez.
And yes, my brother in anger, Mr. Lopez, I'm taking the Rams as well.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Unanimous. Sorry, 49er fans. If you're watching, you're probably not because I'm a Raiders fan. But I'm not picking the Niners. All right, Detroit versus the Commanders. Ooh, sorry, Joe.
Oh, that's okay. Well, I'm going Lions. I love you, Marcus Mariota. One of the better backup quarterbacks in the league. I know we're playing at home, but I'm still going to go Lions because they're pissed off about what happened to them last week.
Yeah. It's one of those games where you hate to be the receiving team on that, and that's sadly the Commanders.
I cannot believe that my Dallas Cowboys are a half game ahead of the Commanders this season. I don't get this. I picked the Commanders to win the NFC East. It didn't happen. Go Lions.
Good thing you're not bitter about it.
A good pick if you did pick that, Greg. I'm with you on that. All right, we've got Pittsburgh versus the Chargers. Ooh, this is going to be really hard for the Chargers. Yikes.
Is it?
There's no offensive line.
The Steelers' defense, though, is 25th in the league. They're 25th. Hello, that's not the Steelers, who are always top 5.
Yeah, but last week, they came off.
That's been their one bright spot was last week, and Joe Alt is now gone for the season.
Right.
It really sucks. It really does suck. But I think Herbert has enough weapons with Quentin Johnson and all those other guys to give the Steelers defense a tough time. I'll take Justin Herbert. What school did he go to, Ashmere?
We're just running it back, Oregon all day.
I'll go with the Fighting Hardballs. I'll go with the Chargers. Give me the Fighting Hardballs.
Dude, I really don't know who to pick. I feel like this is a more difficult.
I'm sorry, Mike Tomlin. When you win, you can make some kind of comment or meme about me. But I'm going to go Chargers.
I mean, somehow in the AFC West, they're just figuring it out. Game in and game out. So I'll go with them too, but I feel like after the Steelers last week, the defense figured it out. All right. We got the Monday night game, Eagles and Packers, which I think is a sweep. We don't even need to forget.
Yeah, I'm going Eagles. And by the way, great games ending up now here in Berlin. You had like a 90-yard touchdown run from Jonathan Taylor a few seconds ago, and then
that's my guy.
The Falcons took the ball right back down the field. They're about to score again now too. This game is going to end. Wow, this is late in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
All right, and then the Thursday night game, we're going to add it here because we need to know, is Jets and the Patriots. Oh my God.
It's the Patriots all week.
It's the Patriots. Yeah, Patriots. Let's go. Drake May, baby. Let's go.
Patriots.
All right.
Our heels. Bill Belichick's ghost.
I figured as much, but I just had to ask.
They're playing some good football down there in Chapel Hill now, finally. If they make a bowl game,
There's no bowl game for the.
They can figure it out.
There is no bowl game for the Tar Heels this year. They've got too many losses. Just like Colorado is now out.
Let's not talk about Colorado. That's a touchy subject around here. I got windows open, Greg, and neighbors.
Touchy subject. All right. Well, everyone. It's been a fun Sunday, of course. I'm going to let everybody ease in. Go get your snacks. Do everything you need to do. Greg, no outfit change?
No. There was no need to destroy.
I was waiting, too.
There was no need to destroy Joe's life this week.
I was waiting for him to have his Marine
exactly.
Oh, no, I got the Marine Corps hat on. I
figured the hat was the first step.
No, that was it. That was it. Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining. We have had a lot of fun talking about the games, of course, and we will see you next week. And be sure to follow, subscribe Team NBS Media everywhere. And thank you to all the veterans. Happy Veterans Day on Tuesday. Appreciate all of your commitment to the country and to us. And I will see you guys next Sunday.